Alright, so anyway, I just thought I'd get this out there. Last week I was at college and I was heading up some stairs and I tripped and hurt my ankle pretty bad. It's not broken, it was just a really bad sprain. It still hasn't quite healed yet. It's still in its bandage and everything, and it just hasn't healed properly yet. It's pretty much alright. I can walk on it, but not for long periods of time or anything. So it's just, and I've been staying somewhere else for the moment. And anyway, I just hadn't had a chance to get my camera back. I don't have my hard drive with me, so I couldn't do much in the way of videos at the moment. So I just got to basically shoot and upload at the moment. So I got a hold of my camera today, so I thought I'd do a video today. And while this has all been going on, I checked out the results of Sacrifice. I had already started doing my own little fancy booking thing. I decided I'd do what Truth Slayer did a couple of years ago and do a fancy book from Slammiversary to Bound for Glory. And anyway, let's kick things off with Slammiversary, shall we? So the way I imagine this is, seeing as this 10th anniversary, I'd like to put some historical perspective in to this thing. So like they've been doing, they've been showing the best of the best 10 events of TNA history. However, I do not agree with the Hollywood Hogan turning up. So that's one of the best. I think that's actually probably one of the worst things that's happened. And we've had to suffer through it for the past 2 years, and only just now we're getting to where we want it to be. Anyway, what I would do for the opening match is the TV title situation really needs to be settled, and I would have it be like Devon's been defending the belt, and he's defended against random guy 1, random guy 2, and then finally at Slammiversary he has to take on Pope D'Angelo Dinero. And while their feud just seemed to go on and on and on and on, and it seemed to go nowhere, I'd have it kind of happen, and then it's happened. So D'Angelo Dinero is the next guy in the line. He beats him. Pope Dinero is a TV champion, and right now I think that's a logical choice to do. So that's that. Okay, Knockouts tag belts. Now this is some pretty dodgy on my part. It's really some fantasy booking on my part, and people can take from it what they will, but this is, I think, the best way to resolve the ODB and Eric Young tag title situation. So anyway, what happens is we come back from Sacrifice, and one of the things that happens is suddenly we cut away from after one of the matches or something from Impact, and we find that Eric Young has been knocked out backstage. We don't know who's done this, and we proceed from there that ODB is trying to find out who attacked him. But in the meantime, Hulk Hogan has stated, well, you guys haven't really defended your belts recently, so I'm going to give you till Slammiversary to find yourself a new tag team partner. And basically 1 week she maybe chooses Tara, because she hasn't been booked, but lo and behold, Angelina Love and Winter take her out, or Gail Kim and Madison Rayne, one of the two. I think Gail Kim and Madison Rayne will probably be better fitting into this storyline. So Tara gets taken out. So come Slammiversary time, you think that ODB has not found herself a replacement. Sarita and Rosita come out as thinking that they've got one up on ODB. Come out and say, and she comes out holding both tag belts, and you think that she's just going to hand them over, and she comes out, grabs the mic after handing the belts to the hands the belts to the ref, grabs the mic, and says, "I've found a partner," and it's you go to the you look up the aisle, and there's Mickie Knuckles, and I think this works in great because she's kind of similar to ODB. She's not a pretty face, and they're much better. I think if you have them work together as a tag team, it would work a little bit better. So there you go. You've got another Knockouts tag team. And we know they managed to win and they retain the belts. Then we have an X Division title match. Originally, I was going to have this have Kazarian in it, but then I found out that him and Daniels won the tag titles. So I changed things up. So it's just Austin Aries versus Kash. Austin Aries gets the win. His title reign continues. Then we have the tag team title match. Christopher Daniels and Kazarian taking on the Motor City Machine Guns. The Motor City Machine Guns unfortunately lose. But I think if you see what I'm going to do later, this will be a little bit more interesting. The Knockouts title in a fatal 4-way. You have Gail Kim, Brooke Testmacher, Mickie James, and Madison Rayne. Well, you got 2 heels and you got 2 baby faces. So through most of the match, you'd have Mickie and Testmacher working together, Gail Kim and Madison Rayne working together, and lo and behold, Gail Kim manages to retain the title yet again. Alright, now this I think would help. You got these the 2 guys doing nothing, one guy doing at least something, but you still have some other stuff going on. What would have happened after Sacrifice? Crimson, Gunner, and Hernadez triple team AJ Styles, beat him up pretty bad, and then they simply walk. He's out, he's hurt, he's been knocked out, and he's taken away in a stretcher. No explanation why. And as he's being loaded into the ambulance, you see all 3 guys loaded there, and they're smiling. And you even have one of the interviewers go and say, "Why'd you do this?" And Crimson simply looks at him and says, "We'll tell you later." The following week, similar thing happens, except this time it's Rob Van Dam, triple team, take him out. Same thing happens again. "We'll tell you later." Same thing. Jeff Hardy, except this time he kind of sees it coming, and he's standing there ready. The 3 of them surround the ring, and boom, take him out. After he's been taken out, and as he's being escorted out of the ring, taken from the ring, we say, "Look, we're sick and tired of these. We're sick and tired of it being the same guys on top all the time. We're sick of this Jeff Hardy. We're sick of Rob Van Dam. We're sick of AJ Styles. It's our time now." Crimson says he's been undefeated, and you've got 2 of the best guys in here. And Hernandez even mentioned Anakia being fired. Not that that's a bad thing, but and you mentioned that Hernandez has been doing nothing. You mentioned the fact that Gunner has beaten a bunch of guys, and still he's doing nothing. So lo and behold, Hulk Hogan says, "Okay, I've just received word that AJ, Rob Van Dam, are gonna take you guys on. Are gonna be okay. And if Jeff Hardy is okay by Slammiversary, all 3 of them are going to be taking you on at Slammiversary." Boom, what do you know? Magnus and Samoa Joe for the #1 contendership. And it'll be defended before Destination X. And you have, the way I see this one happening is that they get a rematch later on, and Joe stabs Magnus in the back, takes him out. Somehow Magnus gets put on the top rope, and Joe hits him with the muscle buster. Bam, he's out. And Magnus doesn't know why, and Joe just goes off and says, "Hey, you and me, when we were never friends. This was just me trying to maintain my spot after being buried for the past 2 years. Since Hogan's shown up, I've been struggling." And he mentions even, hey, 4 years ago, I was the world champion. And in 2009, I was in the main event at Turning Point. I've main evented Bound for Glory against Sting. What have you done? Alright, and now for my favourite thing, King of the Mountain. Bring it, I say bring it, but it should have been brought back. I doubt this will happen, but bring this back. And in King of the Mountain we have Bobby Roode, Bully Ray, Abyss, James Storm, and Kurt Angle. And James Storm gets the win here. He manages to hang the belt before anyone else. Anyway, that's how I see Slammiversary. That's how I love to see Slammiversary go down. You have a lot of people on that card, and I don't see some of those early matches going long, but the King of the Mountain, I would expect that to go at least 20 minutes. Samoa Joe and Magnus about 20 minutes. The 6-man 15, say. The tag team title match maybe a little bit longer than 15 minutes, but basically all the matches most of the early matches just 10 minutes. But yeah. Anyway, that's how I see Slammiversary going down. You've got some talent being positioned for later on. You got a new faction kind of established there. 3 guys that essentially are doing nothing. Now you're giving them a storyline against 3 top guys, and those guys are at least featured on the card. You have a good King of the Mountain main event. You have a good sub-main event building up a new rivalry. And you've got a new women's tag team. So how can you... I mean, people might criticise them on the way I booked this, but yeah, I think that's a good card. I really do. Anyway, that's it.